Well, dear viewers, I'm happy to report that Spider-Man Brand New Day is not just a demo reel for a new Sony Bravia. Sure, it's got the most spectacular Spider-Man action scenes, but what's made it a Herculean hit is Marvel's manning up of Peter Parker, from Spider-brat to Spider-Mensch. Full review in another video. This is a toast to our friendly neighborhood hero. Why? Because it is such a rare sight these days to see a Marvel Mensch. Is that why it's made $2 billion at the box office? You've done a man's job, sir! Why has the global audience made this Spider-Man an epic blockbuster? Frankly, because he's not an irritating, self-righteous whiner. He takes it on the chin and gets on with the job. Are we sure he's not Asian? I posit to thee that the audience has missed seeing the responsible, capable man. The manly hero is like an SSD who's gone up in price due to lack of supply and increase in demand. And Peter Parker has always been one of the more relatable characters in Marvel Comics. The street-level everyman, overworked, but always broke. Change has always been a central theme with the character. Nobody likes change, it's hard, but nothing endears you to a character more than shared struggle and what you've had to sacrifice. Now, we are talking about cinematic heroes here, but it hits different when you too have had to settle on an asbestos death trap as your first apartment, or felt the crushing isolation of a big city, or eaten a 5-day-old tuna mayo sandwich just to have something in your belly. I know I paid for such a sandwich. Aside from being Spider-Man, he's also lonely man. He misses his friends desperately, but embraces the struggle like a mensch. He's also broke man, with no Aunt May or Tony Stark to support him. He might have borrowed Stark tech from Happy's condo, but hey, if it helps him fight crime. He is probably New York's best unpaid scientist. If that was me, my ancestors would say, "Why not get paid? What you are? NGO?" Peter doesn't even exist on paper, but continues the thankless work of saving NYC like a mensch. And like Peter, have you ever buried yourself in work to forget what ails you? Ever felt you've worked so hard and gained so little? Been so miserable that it changed you, but you carried on like a mensch? That's Peter's Brand New Day, and every day for most people. To paraphrase Master Kipling, if you can suffer the above and still do the right thing without complaint or reward, you'll be a man, my son. Peter mans up and takes responsibility for his own choices. He sacrifices without self-pity, complaint, or the need for applause. Are we sure he's not Asian? Yes, he got the key to the city, but what does it unlock? 5-day-old tuna mayo? More pizza? A mensch carries the consequences of his sacrifice with grace and does the hard thing anyway. So hard, in fact, that it changes his biochemistry. Give the man a break. He has to fight himself from becoming a monster and fight Scorpion. But Peter's smart. He figures it out. He doesn't surrender to loss like the Punisher, or to the rage of the savage beast like Hulk. That's what it means to be a grown-up. That's what separates the brats from the men. The only thing he's missing is a 30-year mortgage. And what separates this superhero from the others of late. The championing of a better man, not the embittered complainer. I believe it's why we root for Peter Parker. Life is unfair to him, as it is to most. But in spite of the unfairness, he keeps showing up. Just like you. Just like a mensch. But let's not forget how we got here. Spider-brat put himself in this situation in the last movie, in a rather contrived manner, but, past history. The important thing is, he owns his mistakes. He manned up and took responsibility by the Hulkberries, which I imagine are green, and made it right. Unlike a so-called hero who got away with grave crimes. And yes, they made Peter an accessory to her escape. That'll be in the review. Yet he has not surrendered to cynicism, which is championed these days for some reason. He has been hated, but not given way to hating. He has walked with kings, but not lost the common touch. He is a mensch, whose victories came at a cost greater than he bargained for. And I'd pay to see more of those movies, please. Speaking of which, with the success of this movie, has Marvel found a brand new way of Trojan horsing their nonsense. They can't keep a good mensch down, but they can use a good mensch to bait and switch another movie in his own movie, which is what we'll talk about in a spoiler-filled review of Brand New Day. It'll be here shortly if it isn't already. For now, feel free to pause for Rudyard Kipling's If. Cheers.